Hi everyone, and welcome to another video update on Cristiano. I've wanted to update this weeks ago, but because I'm traveling at the moment, it's all been a bit hectic regarding the schedule and everything. But I wanted to give you this really quick update because we know that things have changed. Or have they? They haven't really, because he's still staying put in Manchester, but there is change underway. Obviously, we know that always something is going on somewhere behind the scenes. There's always some sort of development going on in the background, which is then, well, at a later stage, we see that that's been the preparation for the next step that we then see in the 3D. So, in astrological terms, we can see that Saturn um, is squaring his natal Saturn. This will be exact February next year, so it is going back and forth. Um, and we know that Cristiano has voiced his desire to leave the club because he prefers to have Champions League football, and he was not happy with the way the club was run, new players being brought in, and of course they finished in a very poor um, position in the table at the end of last season, and they also had a very disastrous state to the current one. Luckily, they have made an upturn in form with a bunch of new players being brought in, and that changed the formula apparently. New manager Erik ten Hag, he has made some changes, and we can see that transiting Jupiter. Let me go to September here because not wrong. That's the wrong month. Okay, so not it's 24th today. Okay, so these are the transits of today. Okay, so we see that Jupiter is on the ascendant in Cristiano's chart, and he did look quite a bit happier in recent reports, training sessions, and photos. As I said, a couple of new players. There's players he knows from his time at Madrid, um, and he looked like he was surrounded by the right people. He looked quite a bit happier with these new people being brought in. So he's got his Portuguese, Brazilian um, clique, I suppose, and he looks quite happy in that. So all his attempts to leave the club failed. His agent tried to get him a new job, presumably tried to um, find him another club that has already qualified for the Champions League within Europe. Nothing worked out. No club in France, Italy, England, Germany, wherever was, the right fit. And obviously, money is a big factor when it comes to Cristiano because his wages are still pretty much eye-watering for every potential employer. Okay, that's out of the question. So we can see these midheaven related troubles, Saturn squaring Saturn. Um, that's big decisions. That's about, the life direction, looking for some security on a more long term basis. And obviously contracts, that's also a Capricorn thing. um, and I think it's the decision making, and it's also responsibility. He has signed the contract, and so obviously he has obligations, and he can't just snap his fingers and say, yep, I want out and you need to do all this for me and this has to happen, blah, blah, blah. So obviously this is going on in the background. So it's an internal dialogue within himself as well, where he is committed. He needs to, well, hopefully see out his contract. So right now he's not going anywhere until the next transfer window opens in January. And then the Saturn square is, well, it's full on by this time. So again, it's not going to be easy to sort something out. It's not going to be easy to get out of this contract, get out of this obligation, find something better suited. Um, of course, it is possible, but it will be quite a challenge because I do feel this has to do with really being permanently settled. And I think he did mention he wanted to make Manchester his, like, permanent residence, at least for the time being. So it's interesting to see that my prediction was pretty much on point from the last video, because it looked like, yeah, we could see the Uranus was still going very strong and still going to square his sun again. So the desire to, move on or change or, being restless, that is going to continue. But at the same time, the Saturn says that he needs to really find a sense of direction. And it's just, he has to learn lessons about commitment and responsibility as well, most likely contract wise. And it's not very easy to sort out something new, as we've seen this summer, because yeah, it looked near impossible to just get another deal. And obviously that has also to do with his age now. We still young, um 37, but at the same time, in football terms, a bit on the more mature side. And obviously that has an impact on his market value. So I think these are all different Capricornish factors that play into that, and the direction where it's going. So there might be a decision, but like a final decision to either really stay put or have another more committed future somewhere else. But it's not going to be easy to get out of this contract or find anything new, because by that time, especially, the Saturn square will be full on. But I see it as a good sign. Jupiter is going to be in his first house for quite a while, probably next year, first half of next year, pretty much, at least. Um, Jupiter is going retrograde in Taurus in the summer. So we can see that here, July. So then it's in the second house, a bit further, and then goes retrograde. So it's in his first house for most of the year next year. And I think in terms of personal growth, because Jupiter also rules the ninth, that's a really good indicator. That's potential for improvement, personal growth, new insights. I think these two planets together, Jupiter and Saturn, they were going to further his personal growth. It's a difficult situation, one that he has not found himself in before. But in terms of his personal growth and his opportunities for growth, in the end, it may turn out better than expected, and maybe it may even turn out like a blessing in disguise. So it looks like it's like his fate to stay where he is right now, and that's the right place for him. And Jupiter on the ascendant, as I said before, is a sign of improvement in terms of feeling happier, having fresh hope that this could still be at least another good couple months until there is another chance to move. Right. Also, Mars is going to be in Gemini for the next couple months, and will mostly be in his third house as well. So that's also communication, flexibility. Um, I think it will enhance like the restlessness, because it's going to be trining his sun as well for a while. So he will want to jump into action. He probably um, won't respond well to being benched, as they say. And this could be another really good, strong phase, physically strong phase, and a time of high athletic output, because that's a very athletic um, aspect and influence. And of course, we know he's already one of the most athletic people on the planet. Okay, so let's hope that Jupiter on the ascendant is going to bringing joy, and he's going to be able to put um, everything into the upcoming games and really feel happy at the club. So hopefully that's gonna be a change for the better. But still, in the background, this is going on. Saturn wants a decision here. He really definitely wants a lesson learned about commitment. It's a really commitment oriented Saturn in Scorpio on the 8th. And so once he signs on the dotted line, it's not like, okay, no, next week I don't like it anymore because it didn't turn out the way I expected. So maybe that's a lesson in the background. But we know about his perseverance. We know about his determination. We know about his ability to ignore every criticism and just do his thing and just decide what's best for him personally. So there is going to be a tell-all interview kind of thing pretty soon, I think. So it will be interesting to see what that will reveal. Um, as always, a lot of the reports in the media were just pure fairy tales, made up stuff. And yeah, perhaps he can put the record straight and tell people what was really going on. So it's going to be exciting. And hopefully I'll be able to update you on that. This was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and share. And if you do like my content, consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to be able to speak to you very, very soon. And bye-bye until next time.